Okay, so for someone that is new to Scientology and doesn't know much, how would you like explain? Like, how would you get them started? Like, tell them, like, guide them almost into getting started.
The biggest thing. So okay, there's a couple different there's a couple different answers to that. And if you were to go
Mhm.
and ask 20 Scientologists or something like that, like how did you get into Scientology? What made you get started? What's the deal? How did you get in the door? You're going to probably get 20 different answers on that, because
Mhm.
some people um, literally they're not really they're seeking for answers, but they don't necessarily have a problem presently right now that they're trying to solve. They're like, well, I'm nothing really explains everything to me right now, so let me just read a bunch of stuff. And for those types of folks, the best thing to do is just read a book, because you can read a book
Mhm.
and you can know pretty fast, like, does this make any sense? Because the thing is that, and this is another thing about Scientology that which is important, um, which is that there's a lot of things that people can say about Scientology, and there's something that somebody can do and say, I'm doing this, and I think that this is Scientology. What is the thing that is Scientology is what is written down, and that's something that has been a kind of a iron-bound rule, in that Scientology isn't what people say it is. It is what's written in the books. And if
Mhm.
you ever have a question about it, it's what's written in the books, and it does have a single source, and it's been and so if you're wondering, good, what does Scientology say about blah? It's in books, and for the most part, it's available for anybody, and for the most part, it's also already in libraries and stuff. You can just go and just snag one and just read it. But but so to answer that question, I would say read a book. I would say pick up either Scientology Fundamentals of Thought or New Slant on Life, and just say, good, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to read this, and I'm going to get it. And I'll either decide if I agree with this, or if it sounds like a bunch of hogwash, or if it sounds interesting but it's not for me.
Mhm.
Because that's the one thing that I would want anybody to do, is go, good. Does it sound like it's for you? Does it make sense? If it doesn't make any sense, if you read it, you understand it, and it's like, no, this doesn't add up with me, then okay. Nobody's telling everybody that they got to be a Scientologist or something like that.
Mhm. Mhm. Um,
So that's the first way. The second, for somebody who's thinking they might get involved, the other simple thing is that, is there something in life that a person is really trying to fix? Because there are some people that
mhm.
got into Scientology because, let's just say, they're serial adulterer. They've cheated on the last three partners they've had, and they're like, I can't friggin' keep my stuff straight here. My relationships are a disaster. I need help. I'm gonna die. Um, then that's the kind of thing where you just like, walk into a church and talk to somebody, and you get on the right path. Because in that case, there's sometimes there's free counseling that you can get right away. There are courses. There's at least people that can then say, good, sit down. We got a library. Sit down and read this, and then we'll talk it through, sort of a thing.
So
So
these churches, do they contain their own library, or you can like
absolutely.
walk in and oh, super. So I don't think I have any churches around me, but like if I wanted to look,
What
I
what
would
what,
like
gen, what
just
general area are
Google
you at?
Northern Virginia.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, like DC Metro.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, there's 16th Street in DC, 16th Street
All right.
Northwest.
All right. I think that's it.
Yeah,
Oh
my
wait,
my
also
yeah yeah my,
I
my, my,
talk about
my dad is
let's
on staff there too. You could go run into him and say hi.
super.